everyone, this is Kate from IT Services, and today we're going to go over how to set up advising or office hours appointments using Google Meet, Google Drive, and Moodle. So let's get started in Google Meet. This is a video conferencing app that's part of our Google accounts. It comes with every IWU account. Your students can use it, and you can too, to set up what we're going to call rooms. I think that's a nice way to think about the spaces we're creating. So we're going to call these Meet rooms. I am recording this video from a Meet room that I started and recorded with just me. And how to do that is a video for another day. But today we're going to set up a room, share the link with our students, and also set up a document where they can reserve time with you in this room. So first things first is to go to meet.google.com. The URL is right here. You can also access Meet by going to any Google app and clicking on the Google Apps section. We call it the 9-square grid here in the top right corner. Click on that. You should see this icon that looks like a speech bubble with a camera in it. It says Meet. If you don't see that, scroll down a little bit. You may even have to go to More from G Suite Marketplace, but I assure you it will be there somewhere in your Google Apps. If you cannot find it, again, go to meet.google.com. Do make sure that you are on your IWU account, which you can check by clicking whatever picture or icon is in the top right corner of your screen. The reason for that is when you start an IWU meeting, only users who are within the IWU organization can join you in that Meet room. You see I have a couple scheduled, a little plug for our sessions in IT. We're going to be hosting these pretty regularly, so you can join me at 9 a.m. or 1 p.m. For some open sessions. So in any case, you want to start your meeting, join or start a meeting. You can give it any kind of name you want. I recommend giving it something general. This is the meeting that your students will log into, so you can say advising appointments. When you click that button to join, you are in what is essentially the lobby. Oh, here's me. You're in the lobby of this room, so you can see the meeting name there. No one else is here, which is fine. You haven't shared any information or invited anyone. And you can either click Join Now or Present. What you are looking for here are your joining instructions, which you will get when you click Join Now. This is kind of meta because I'm recording and we're here all together. This box pops up. It has your meeting name and it has the URL to your Meet room. Also, the dial-in instructions. This is where students can join you by phone. This is an important thing because a lot of students in their permanent residences are dealing with is a strong term. They are facing the challenge of co-working with parents or friends or family members who are also using the internet, perhaps, or they don't have reliable internet to join you on a video call. So allowing this dial-in option is a good idea. We're going to come over to Moodle with this information. So in your Moodle course, choose which one you would like to add this to. If you have multiple courses, you can use the same Meet link for each of them. You'll just have to decide what times you will share with which class so that not everyone is joining you at the same time. I'm going to turn our settings on, turn editing on, I keep saying that. And we're going to add an activity that is a URL, add a resource that is a URL. You have a couple of options here, the name and the external URL. We're going to add the URL in two different places. So let's go over to our Meet, grab the URL here, paste it, and then I'm going to take all of the joining info, copy joining info, and add it into the description of my event. And I'll show you how that works in a second. So I would make the name as clear as possible. Click here or to access our virtual. Okay, very good. Don't have to worry about any of these options. Turn off editing so you can see what this looks like. There was one thing I forgot to do, so let's go back into the settings. When you're adding something to the description, make sure you click the box that says Display Description on Course Page. I forgot to do that before. So when your students go to your course page, this is what they will see. The link to the virtual meeting. If they click this, they will also go to the virtual meeting, and then they can join by phone in this location. Okay. So this is your Meet room. You can set up as many of these as you'd like. It just depends on how you'd like to work. There's also a way to do it by calendar. That will be in a different video. Now that we have the meeting going, let's talk about how students are going to sign up for times to do this. I like to create a folder for my entire course where I am putting course materials. These are available to everyone in my class. We're going to make a Google Sheets document. See, the internet is even slow here in my broadband enabled house. my fiber optic internet home. Okay. When you're setting up any kind of virtual location for people to work, you want to make it as clear as possible what they should do with what you've given them. So if you want to add, you can even, actually, I'm going to do that. I'd like to give the terms of the advising appointment. So I'm going to say, and I'm going to go back and get that URL. You can copy all of the joining info. Again, we want to make sure everyone can get to it. Okay. Times first. You can set this up however you would like. Or if you have half-an-hour appointments, probably more likely. Okay. And that's it. That's for setting up the spreadsheet. Of course, you can put a date here. I didn't do that, but you can also add a column for a date if that suits you. And then based on your share settings, right now, my document is people at Illinois Wesleyan University with the link can edit. You want to make sure that your students can edit. So however you do this, whether you're sharing this with them individually, which is sharing down here, or if you choose the anyone at the university with the link can edit, make sure it's edit, not comment or view. Otherwise, they won't be able to add their names and choose those appointment slots. I feel comfortable choosing anyone at IWU with the link. It is more broad. The difference between these share settings is that it depends on you're only sending this link out to your students, so it's unlikely that anyone else, faculty, staff, or student, is going to get to it. If you wanted to have more security on that, I would say to share with your students individually, and you can use the search function, the directory function, to look up your students and add them, or if you have a list of their emails, you can copy and paste the email list too, but here again, make sure you're setting it to can edit. And at this point, we want to grab that URL again because we're going to put this in Moodle. So up in the top left, share, get shareable link. And even if your student, you've shared with them privately, you can get the shareable link. It will only be available to those students that you have designated as they're signed in with their IWU accounts. So we'll go back to Moodle, turn editing on, add a resource, URL. And again, I'm going to say click here to sign up. Oops. Oh no, what's happening? URL. I may even go so far as to grab all of this information that's already here and put it in the description. Oh, well, that's interesting. I think that'll be fine. We're going for done versus perfection today. Okay. Now, you may notice that I did this in a sort of different way. I said, click here to access the advising meeting, click here to sign up for an appointment. It makes sense that students would be signing up for an appointment before they actually access the meeting. So I'm going to move this up here. It doesn't really matter what order you set this up in. I think starting with Meet is a good idea because you'll have that URL to share in all the different places. And then you can just adjust this. Turn editing off. Click here to sign up for an advising appointment. Click here to access our virtual advising meeting. So hopefully that will get you through advising and office hours. If you would like to brainstorm different ways to make this advising appointment scheduling a reality, I will be available from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Every day this week on virtual calls, just meet rooms, just like the one we set up and the one I'm recording on now. And also again at 1 o'clock until 3 p.m. Good luck out there, everyone.